A Missouri Class II state championship is on the line today in Springfield as Valle Catholic, who got great pitching in the semifinals and a little bit of timely luck to take advantage of a win in the semifinals and advance to the state championship today against South Callaway. The Bulldogs got great pitching themselves, and then the bats came alive for the Bulldogs in the fourth inning as they broke open a scoreless tie. State championship baseball just ahead from Springfield, Missouri. Welcome to Meador Park in Springfield, Missouri, where today the Valle Catholic Warriors, 23-4 on the season, take on the South Callaway Bulldogs at 20-5. Both teams winners of 8 straight here in the Missouri Class II state championship game. Hi everyone, Nick McCabe alongside Dana Hughes. Happy to have you along for state championship baseball, as a title will be won here today either by Valle Catholic, their second, or South Callaway, who seeks their first ever state championship. And both teams advanced with narrow victories yesterday. Valle Catholic 2-0 over Summit Christian out of Lee Summit. A 5-2 win for South Callaway over Clever as they advance to their first ever state championship game. This is their first appearance ever, even so much as in the Final Fours, their first district championship in 18 years. Valle Catholic, Dana, advanced with a bit of good fortune.
A bit of good fortune to add, exactly. And what they were able to do was capitalize on some miscues by Summit Christian and able to escape in a great pitcher's duel between those two teams.
A bases-loaded walk was the only RBI of the game. A throwing error drove in the other run for Valle Catholic, who again advanced with a 2-0 win on just 2 hits in the ball game. South Callaway was engaged in a pitcher's duel with Clever before the bats came alive in the 4th inning.
Well, the bats erupted in the middle of the game, and they did an excellent job. Extra base hits in the 5th inning to score 4 runs and ultimately win the game 5-2.
Held on and got 10 hits in the ball game, and both teams will use different pitchers today, but it's kind of pitchers 1A and 1B is the frontline guys for both these teams.
Exactly. When you look at Valle Catholic, Tyler Litteris did an excellent job yesterday against Summit Christian, and now we're looking to see Alex Rojas do the same thing today.
Back with the first pitch after this. Getting set for the first pitch here in Springfield. South Callaway will bat first. Coach Jared Wood in his first season with South Callaway, taking them all the way to the state championship game. Again, they had not made even the sectional round in 18 years, their first district championship since 1994, and here in his first season. Here they are 20-5, and Dana, he told us before the game, they like batting first. They like being the visiting team, and they like to jump out on opponents in the early going.
Well, there's a reason why they like being up first, is because of that young man, Hunter Leeper, who was the ace pitcher that got them to this stage, this game. And then you have Dax Helzel and Hanger to complete the first 3 batters: Conrad Kemper, Bradley Smart, Smith Kemper, who's coming in to pitch today, Jason Kimanow, Mitchell Williams, and Ben Seitz, who had an excellent game in the semifinals.
For Valle Catholic, they will start Alex Rollhouse, who is technically the 1B pitcher for Judd Nager, who is 215 and 71 now. He spent quite a few seasons at Valle Catholic, and he likes his supposedly second option at pitcher.
Well, he's done an excellent job this year. You can see his numbers: 1.43 ERA, 8-0 on the season. He got them to this point, won the district championship, and also played an excellent third base yesterday in the semifinals.
Leeper leads off the game and gets ahead in the count, 2-0. Leeper coming into playoff action, a 500 hitter with 3 home runs on the season. Pitched yesterday, went the distance, and earned the victory in the semifinals. Was 1 for 3 as a hitter with a walk and a run scored. Allowed just 4 hits and 2 runs as a pitcher. And taking all the way there on the 3-0 pitch. And it is a called strike.
Leeper, the story about this young man, a great athlete, great command on the mound. We got to see his exploits yesterday where he struck out 10 batters.
3-1 pitch from Rollhouse. Hit hard to third, but across to first base for the out. Andrew Bosler there at third base and sends it over to Thomas Herman, who's playing first today. As we take a look at the Warriors defense, Litterist, who pitched yesterday, moves back to second base.
A lot of good athletes on the field for Valle Catholic. Obviously, we know about their football exploits. Very powerful in Misha for at least the last couple of years with 2 straight state championships. Only 2 players on the baseball roster were not part of the Valle Catholic Warrior football team. So good athletes out there that have been able to display their exploits on the baseball field in a successful fashion this year.
Curveball misses for Rollhouse. 2-1 the count. Now chopped foul again for Dax Housel, who was 0 for 4 yesterday, but reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run. And Housel now will see a 2-2 pitch from Rollhouse. Outside, and the count is full. Valle Catholic not just successful in football, the spring sports have been great for the Warriors as well, as this one's rolled right to Herman, who will take it unassisted for the second out of the inning. Valle Catholic, Danon, champions in track for the girls and the boys. They ran away with it a week ago and looking for their 3rd straight state championship in about the last week.
Well, you know what? You give a big congratulations to Nancy Fisher, the athletic director, the principal, Sarah Menard. They've done an excellent job of creating an atmosphere within the programs, within that school of winning. They're very successful, and it just matriculates from sport to sport to watch everyone, and the expectations are so high within their programs.
Here's Corey Hanger with 2 outs, lifting one into right field, and the catch is made by Ronald Wood. South Callaway retired in order in the top of the first. Valle Catholic hits next. Back to Meador Park in Springfield. South Callaway retired in order in the top of the first, and now Valle Catholic will get their first chance at the plate. Warriors, coached by Judd Nager, 215 and 71 in his career, all spent at Valle Catholic. And he will put a powerful offensive lineup out there. Evan Lauer hitting 6th. The go-ahead run on a wild throw, trying to get a pickoff, and Lauer ended up scoring. The only run they would end up needing, though they scored one later with Rollhouse, a bases-loaded RBI walk.
Well, you know what? Like we talked about, it was a great pitcher's duel between them and Summit Christian. But when you look at this team with Greminger batting .412 coming in, Rollhouse, the pitcher, of .406, Tom Herman, the big first baseman, an all-state offensive guard for the football team, leading the team with a .421 batting average and 2 home runs and 9 doubles. So they can be imposing. Didn't show it very much yesterday in the semifinals, looking to open up the doors today.
Smith Kipper getting the start for Valle Catholic, or for South Callaway, beg your pardon. And he has been phenomenal this year, just a sophomore for the Bulldogs. No pressure, go out and win us a game in the state championship. And here it's hit back to the shortstop. Greminger is thrown out at first base. Hunter Leeper, nice field and a nice throw over to the first baseman, Jason Kimenow.
Now at bat, number 8.
It's no surprise that Hunter Leeper gets the opportunity to make that first play after what he was able to accomplish pitching-wise in the semifinals. The 2 leaders of this team is Leeper and Conrad behind the plate.
And Justin Roth, the number 2 hitter, chops one to third base. Throw across from Bosler for the out.
Now at bat, number 1.
And Nick, for the most part, throughout this weekend, what's been so impressive is a lot of the defense that's been displayed. You know, we talk about pitching and had a couple pitching duels, and then you got a chance to watch some of the hitting displayed by Santa Fe, but there's been some great defense by all these teams.
First baseman Herman lifts one to left field, and Valle Catholic is retired in order. Back for the second inning of play. We are perfect through one inning for both pitchers. Smith Kemper was awfully efficient in the bottom of the first. Just a handful of pitches to retire South Callaway in order. Or I beg your pardon, Valle Catholic in order. And now we've got Conrad Kemper, who is catching today.
Kemper opened up this week in great fashion as well. Had a double and a triple yesterday. Went 2 for 4. Definitely one of the guys, the leaders of this team, a senior leader. Always consider the catcher to be the pulse of a team. This young man has the energy, has a lot of fire, very athletic as well, and good speed on the base paths.
And a 4-pitch walk for Kemper, who had 3 RBI yesterday in that win 5-2 over Clever. South Callaway won over Brentwood in sectionals 11-0 and beat Schuyler County in quarterfinals 19-2. for their 5-2 win. So they have blown out several teams here in their playoff run to the state championship game.
Bulldogs have a hit and run going in that situation. Bradley Smart trying to drive the ball to right field to allow Conrad Kemper at first base to hit behind him and protect him as he goes into second base. The Bulldogs will run.
High pitch is lifted into left field, and a running play made by Evan Lauer. Kemper will hold it first, and Smart is the first out of the inning, bringing up Smith Kemper, the pitcher, who was 1 for 3 yesterday, and the sophomore hitting .270 on the season. One away here in the second. Now a pickoff throw over to first. Kemper back in plenty of time. Conrad Kemper. Still no hits for either team. Ball one outside.
Alex Rojas pretty quick to home plate, cognizant of the speed of Kemper at first base.
Smacked through the hole between third and short. And Conrad Kemper will hold at second as Smith Kemper with a single, the first hit of the game for either team.
Nice job by Smith Kemper recognizing a fastball just over the heart of the plate. Drives it between third and short.
And now Jason Kimenow, the first baseman, with an RBI opportunity, has to duck under that one.
Kimenow came into this Final Four with a .216 batting average, but went 2 for 3 yesterday with a single and a double. I think the key to the victory for the Bulldogs yesterday was not only good pitching by Hunter Leeper, but was extra base hits offensively. This young man did a nice job. They were able to pepper the field and get multiple doubles and triples.
Kimenow over to second and mishandled, and everyone's safe. The second baseman, Tyler Litteris, could not make the play, was looking for a double play, and it was made to order, but Litteris just couldn't get it out of the glove cleanly.
You can see just a slowly hit ball. It gets slowed up in the infield right there. Plays it a little bit late. Maybe in that situation, attack the ball just a little bit. Get it before it takes that last bounce. It looked like he was anticipating what he wanted to do before he actually had a good grip on the ball. First error of the game creates bases loaded for the Bulldogs.
Mitchell Williams, the number 8 hitter, 0 for 3 yesterday, did score a run, and he waves and misses at that one, strike 2.
Corners for the Warriors are playing in. Tom Herman at first base, creeping in.
Strike 3 on 3 pitches as Rollhouse comes back and gets a huge strikeout with the bases loaded and just 1 out. A fly ball would have scored a run there, but instead they'll need a hit from Ben Seitz. Big curveball just misses inside.
A nice job by Rollhouse mixing up his pitches. 4 straight curveballs there, 3 that worked against Mitchell Williams.
Now he goes to the fastball, misses downstairs.
Defensively, they can move back just a bit, try to cut off the angles and close down the gaps in the infield to keep the ball in.
Seitz rolls one to the shortstop, and across the diamond, no harm done as Leeper throws to Kimenow to retire Seitz. We'll be back with the bottom of the second after this.
Now on sale, so get them while they last.
Valle Catholic now up in the bottom of the second inning as they work around a bases loaded, one-out situation in the top of the second.
Number 16, Alex.
And that's what we got the chance to see from Valle Catholic. I think that's what's made them successful all year, has been their persistency. They kind of stay calm and cool even in tough situations. They were able to get out of that jam.
And now Smith Kemper out to work his second inning. Needed just a handful of pitches to retire Valle Catholic in the first. Warriors have Rollhouse, the cleanup hitter. He was 0 for 2, but had that bases loaded walk, the only RBI of the game in yesterday's win in the semifinals. Rollhouse ahead of the count now, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2.
Smith Kemper doing a nice job working the low part of the zone. You can survive as a pitcher if you don't get your ball up in the zone, especially against a dangerous hitting team.
Chops it to third. And coming across with it is Mitchell Williams. Kimenow records the out at first, retiring Rollhouse. 4 up, 4 down for Valle Catholic. Tyler Litterist now comes to the plate, the lefty. 0 for 2 yesterday. And again, pitch to Jim, allowing just 3 hits and no runs in 7 innings, going the whole way. Slow roller to second. Nice play made to retire Litterist. How about the sliding stop from Helsel?
Nice job by Helsel at second base. He's playing a little bit more towards second, so he has some time to go to his glove side. And a good stretch at first base by Kimenow. Litterist decides to slide into first base. We've seen head first slides into first base, not many foot first slide, and did not help him there.
Strike one delivered now to Evan Lauer. Lauer scored on the pickoff play, the attempted pickoff play from Summit Christian yesterday. Was 1 for 2 in the game and scored that go-ahead run. Behind in the count now to Smith Kemper. No balls, 2 strikes. Outside for ball 1.
You see Smith Kemper, even the pitches that he's missing is down low in the zone, which is something you can build off of as a pitcher.
Curveball. Lauer waits on it, but hits it right to third base. And the out recorded is Williams, throws it over to first. And Kimenow for the out. 6 straight retired by Smith Kemper. We're scoreless through 2.
Well, 3 win over Norwood. For complete stats and tournament leaders, check out MSHSAA.org. If we could have a South Callaway and Valle Catholic administrator come up to the press box, please. We appreciate it. Thank you.
No score through 2 innings of play here in the MSHSAA Class 2 state championship game. Congratulations to the Santa Fe Chiefs, Class 1 champions. Big victory today. Hard hit ball by the top of the order, Hunter Leeper to third base, and now the throw across gets away, but Leeper will not be able to advance as Leeper was jumping on the first pitch of the inning and just pounded it right at the third baseman Bosler.
This is a good cut by Leeper and a ball that's just on top of Bosler a little bit quickly. Nice job by the shortstop Greminger to scramble to the ball. A little bit of a collision at first base. I don't know if Leeper wants any part of Tom Herman. Offensive guard, All-State. Try to avoid that collision at all costs.
Now the number 2 hitter, Dax Helsel, second baseman. Grounded out to Herman in the first inning as Rollhouse got South Callaway in order in the first inning. Had to work around a bases loaded 1-out situation in the second.
Right now we're seeing Hunter Leeper at first base trying to shake off the effects of that collision at first base. Trying to avoid two guys trying to make a play. It's inevitable. Nothing intentional there, but giving up a lot of weight, a lot of size to the big first baseman, Tom Herman.
Leeper just does get back there. On the throw over from Rollhouse. Showing bunt briefly was Helsel. Missed downstairs for ball 1.
Leeper is a very good athlete. He's getting an aggressive lead at first base. Rollhouse is very cognizant of him over there. Going to give a couple of token throws just to keep him honest. But with Helsel at the plate, who handles the bat very well.
Waves at that bunt try and missed. Evens the count at a ball and a strike.
The story about this team and scouting report is they do like to run. They will play small ball and move runners over.
Curve ball misses upstairs. No score here in the second inning. Now in the top of the third. South Callaway and Valle Catholic bounced right back to the pitcher. Rollhouse going to go to second. And safe at first is Helsel as Herman was pulled off the bag with the throw.
Good strong throw by Greminger at shortstop, but you can see a nice job by Rollhouse as the pitcher. Good hustle down to first base by Helsel. He's able to make it there by the errant throw by Greminger. Greminger has a very strong arm at shortstop, just pulls Herman off the base.
Ball 1 to the left fielder Corey Hanger. Hanger flew out to left field in the first inning to end the first. Dax Helsel, the second baseman, stands on first. Swing and a chopper to shortstop. Greminger throws to second. No throw to attempt the double play. So Hanger will reach on a fielder's choice.
Very smart play by Litterist at second base. Slow, high hopper to shortstop. Really no chance to get a double play, get the force out, easy out at second base, and live for the next batter.
Conrad Kemper led off the second with a walk. Now he'll hit with a runner at first and 2 outs. The runner going to second, and the throw is high from Stoll. Litterist could not apply the tag. And it's a stolen base for Corey Hanger.
Nice job, a good jump by Hanger at first base. You can see it. Excellent job, foot first, pop-up slide for the stolen base.
Strike called against Conrad Kemper to even the count at 1-1, but now an RBI chance for Kemper, who had 3 of those yesterday in a 2-for-4 day. And Kemper goes the opposite way, lifts it into shallow right field, but out to make the play is the second baseman Litterist. No harm done for South Callaway. We are scoreless through 2.5 here at Meador Park in Springfield.
Fans, it's time for the TGI Fridays t-shirt toss. Emery and Charlie are looking for the best dancers. So if you're a better dancer than they are, you could win a shirt from previous MSHSAA championships.
Smith-Kemper has been dominant through 2 innings for.
Really done a nice job for the Bulldogs so far. Just in 2 innings, he's faced 6 batters, 6 up, 6 down, has done a nice job pounding the zone, working both sides of the plate, really not trying to be too creative out there, attacking the opponent's batters. Exactly what you want to see in a championship game, not trying to be too cute, just going out there and competing.
Pitch efficient for Kemper through 2 innings. He's forced 5 ground outs and a pop out for Valle Catholic hitters. And now Lincoln Stoll, as we're still on the first time through the order for the Warriors.
Number 9,
the catcher, 0 for 2 yesterday. 308 hitter on the season. Not have a home run in the regular season for the Warriors. 7 hitter takes strike 1 just at the knees.
Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate. We're seeing the Warriors crowd the plate just a little bit.
Swing and a miss from Stoll. No strikeouts for Smith-Kemper yet, but he's ahead in the count 0-2 here to Lincoln Stoll. The sophomore comes to the plate. Just missed. Was looking for strike 3 called there, and the South Callaway crowd, a little bit of a murmur there as they wanted to call.
Well, you can see a good pitch, good location. If you're throwing an 0-2 pitch, you don't want it to be too appetizing. Great location on that fastball.
It did look like a good call there from our home plate umpire, Robert Martin, a little bit low on that first attempt. The last curveball not close there for Kemper. And it's 2-2. Now Stoll will chop 1 foul and we'll stay at 2-2.
Smith-Kemper not very overpowering, but good location with his fastball and good confidence with his fastball to come back after that curveball to create 2-2 count, but try to throw that fastball.
Stoll chops 1 high, and the shortstop, Grimminger, makes the play. Beg your pardon, that's Leeper there behind the pitcher Smith-Kemper. Over to Kimenow in time for the out, and we have now seen 6 ground ball outs in 7 batters, as all 7 have been retired by Smith-Kemper. Valle Catholic not as dominant in their run to the state championship game. A couple of 1-run wins and that 2-0 shutout win over Summit Christian yesterday. 1-0 over Crystal City in the sectionals. 7-6 over Twin Rivers in the quarterfinals. So they've won 3 games in this state championship game run by a total of 4 runs. Ronald Wood, the right fielder, in there facing Kemper now. Wood 0 for 2 yesterday. 243 hitter on the season. Chopped foul. Strike 2. Mentioned the home plate umpire Robert Martin. He's joined out on the field by the first base umpire Kevin Brucker and Cody Mothersbaugh over at third. Kemper with the 1-2 pitch. Off-speed stuff. Wood couldn't wait on it quite enough, fouls it back.
Nice job by Kemper. You can see what's impressive about this young man. He's not afraid to work inside against the opposing batters. Has really tried to pepper that strike zone on the inside part of the plate and then comes back with that slow sweeping curveball that works from the middle part to the outer part of the plate. Made him very effective.
Wood takes that pitch to even the count at 2-2. Coach Jared Wood for South Callaway told us tops out at 82 or 83, but the difference between the off-speed stuff and the fastball makes his fastball seem a lot faster than it really is.
And you can see how effective he is, because what we're seeing from the Warriors is that they're out on their front foot a lot. A lot of foul balls being pulled down the third base line, which makes you susceptible to that curveball on the outside part of the plate.
Waits on that one, but it's another routine ground ball as Leeper throws to first. And he's called safe at first. No, beg your pardon. Out at first. That's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and you can see the curveball. It came inside with fastballs. Curveball on the outside part of the plate. Not able to get a good swing on it. Easy 6-3 play for Leeper at shortstop.
Third put out of the game for Leeper at short. And now the bottom of the order, Bryant Vessel, the designated hitter. 0 for 2 yesterday. Takes strike one.
There's that fastball that Jared Wood talked about having a little bit more heat on it after you've seen a few of those slow curveballs. Very tough, and you know, everybody wants to be enamored about 90-mile-an-hour pitchers or pitchers that throw in the upper 80s. If you have a good differential between your fastball and off-speed, that makes you just as effective as any power pitcher.
Vessel, a sophomore, solid hitter this year, 328 hitter. Has to foul that one off to stay alive. Behind in the count, 0-2. Vessel hitting for the third baseman Bosler, who will not hit for Valle Catholic. This pitch upstairs. 1-2 now the count as Smith Kemper works against the designated hitter Bryant Vessel. South Callaway did not use a designated hitter today. All 9 position players hitting. Tough play for Helsel, but he was able to get it off the hop. Get it over to Kimenow for the out. 9 up, 9 down. Kemper is perfect through 3 for South Callaway.
South Callaway and Emily Bosler of Valle Catholic as being today's Show Me Good Sports. Misha would also like to thank TGI Fridays as the local sponsor of this year's championships. Be sure to pick up your $5 coupon at the front gate.
No score through 3 innings of play as we've had just 1 hit in this ball game. And South Callaway up to bat here in the top of the 4th, still working against Alex Rollhouse, who has been merely good, while Smith Kemper has been dominant so far for South Callaway.
What we're seeing from the Warriors is exactly what we saw yesterday, just steady going play. Nothing too flashy, especially offensively. In the pitcher's duel yesterday against Summit Christian, only were able to muster up 2 hits in that game and win 2-0 on a couple of mishaps by the Eagles. But they've struggled offensively, and that's continuing in this ballgame.
Right fielder Bradley Smart in there now against Rollhouse. Chops that one foul to fall behind 1-2. Smart flew out to right field his first time up in the 2nd inning. It was the 2nd inning where Rollhouse ended up with the bases loaded behind him and just 1 out, got a big strikeout. That one is ripped to center field for a base hit. And the leadoff hitter for South Callaway here in the fourth is on.
Nice job of hitting by the right fielder, Bradley Smart. This is one of the first fastballs that we've seen, Nick, that actually was over the heart of the plate. Each pitcher really working inside and outside well, but this one just gets out. You can see he can get those long arms extended, drives it right back where it came from, up the middle.
And this ball is lifted into center field. Trouble for Valle Catholic. That one's in the gap. It'll be a chance to score for Smart. He rounds third. And no throw. An RBI double for Smith Kemper, who is helping his cause on the pitcher's mound. Kemper now 2 for 2, and an RBI double is the first run of the game.
For Jason Meador.
Nice job here as the pitcher tries to help his own cause. Fastball out over the heart of the plate, drives it out to right center field. The wind is blowing just a bit towards right field, helps it get in the gap. No chance to make a play at home plate on Smart. RBI double for the pitcher, Kemper.
Roth, the center fielder, looked like he was confident in making the play. That ball just kept tailing away from him, ended up in the gap, all the way out near the warning track.
Yesterday,
Kemper showed good power.
Yesterday we saw defensive positioning in the outfield shade left field, especially with the center fielder, because the wind was blowing from right to left. They're still choosing to stay in that left field position, which creates a huge gap out in right center field. With the help of the wind, that's where you see that double come into play. Have to be careful about your positioning against the wind.
Now Kimenow grounds it to third. Kemper has to hold at second. And Bosler throws over to Herman for the out. And to your point, Danon, the right fielder Wood out there is a ton of room down the right field line, as he is shaded quite a bit over towards right center.
And that's where you kind of see where guys get in their own comfort zone, where they have a tendency to play where they're comfortable as opposed to playing where the elements should put them. And in this situation, as the wind is picking up towards right field, you have to be aware of that, because any slicing ball, any ball hit to right field or right center is going to have a tail towards the right field line and is going to be helped with the wind. So that's where your extra base hits are going to come into play.
Now Mitchell Williams, the third baseman, 0 for 1 today. Struck out in the second inning. That was the big strikeout with the bases loaded that Rollhouse was able to get. Rollhouse misses with that pitch to Williams, and it's 2-1. Smith Kemper at second base, the pitcher, sees that ball miss inside, and it's now 3-1 with Ben Seitz on deck. And this pitch is lifted down the left field line. It's in foul territory, and Lauer cannot chase it down. And the count is full. With one away here in the fourth inning, a run home for South Callaway. They take the 1-0 lead here in the fourth inning. Williams stays alive.
You see Alex Rollhouse on the pitcher's mound, 8-0 on the year, 1.43 ERA, and part of the reason is because he's able to locate that fastball in on the hands of opposing batters.
Swing and a miss as Williams strikes out for the second time today.
And when you can work inside with fastballs, open up the door for that backdoor curveball that has great break across the outside part of the plate. He's able to get the strikeout. When he's gotten trouble in this game is when he's got that fastball away from the corners and more over the middle of the plate.
Ben Seitz, a 205 hitter, but 2 for 3 yesterday. 0 for 1 today. Pops this one up, and a chance for Stoll to make the play, and he does for the third out of the inning. But South Callaway gets a run on 2 hits, an RBI double for Smith Kemper, who we'll see on the mound in the bottom of the 4th. South Callaway up 1-0.
Farmers Insurance, proud sponsor of the Missouri State High School Activities Association, and proud to be on your team.
Turning into a beautiful day here at Meador Park in Springfield, Missouri. Rain overnight made the outfield a bit of a soggy mess for the Class 1 third place and championship games earlier today. They had some hit and miss rain earlier in the day as well. But now the skies are clearing off and it's turning into a very pleasant afternoon as Valle Catholic, now just on their 2nd time through the order. Smith Kemper has faced 9 and retired all 9. 8 of them on ground ball outs. And now Alec Grimminger will try and break up the perfect game. The shortstop grounded out to short to lead off the game. Chops this one foul.
Grimminger, a senior leader for this Warrior team, has done a nice job this year with 3 doubles on the year, 1 home run. He's only struck out 8 times with a .412 batting average. So it's been very effective in that leadoff position.
Here is a bouncing ball to third and a high throw and a nice catch by Kimenow as Williams throws out Alec Grimminger for the first out of the 4th inning.
Step number 8, Justin Ross.
Basically, every Valle Catholic hitter has grounded out to the left side of the infield, Dana. And here's another ground out to the left side of the infield, except that the throw is too high. Williams threw it way too high. Kimenow could not make the play. And the first runner on base for Valle Catholic is Justin Roth, the center fielder who reaches on an error.
You can see Mitch Williams at third base, frustrated with himself, has a lot more time than he allows himself. A 1-hopper to third base, pretty hot. Doesn't use his feet to shuffle towards first base. Decides to just try to wing it and actually goes over the first baseman's head. Good job of base running by Roth to take 2.
Now Thomas Herman, the first baseman, the one guy to put the ball in the air, but he popped out to right field in the first inning to end the first. And now he is on with an RBI chance. And 1 away here in the 4th inning is Valle Catholic Warriors down 1-0 in the state title game. Ball 1 outside.
You look at the success of this Valle Catholic team. Think about this, Nick. This young man at the plate, Thomas Herman, is the only batter back from last year's 2011 team. They had Grimminger, who was on defense, and Herman offensively, the only guys that were part of 2011. So pretty much a brand new team out on the field, and they've been able to have success. But that also tells you about the ability of Herman in the batter's box, that he can swing it.
Ball and a strike to Herman, and the 1-1 pitch misses outside. And it's 2-1. Valle Catholic out of St. Genevieve, Missouri, south of St. Louis. They won the state championship in 2009 with a 26-5 record, finished third in 07. Now time called by Herman. So Valle Catholic has built up some tradition in the last handful of years in their baseball program. Just joining us, they're defending football state champions and just won boys and girls track a week ago. So it's been a successful sports season for this senior class from Valle Catholic. Well, that pitch just missed, and it's 3-1 now to Thomas Herman with first base open, and Justin Roth, the center fielder, standing at second. He reached on an error, breaking up the perfect game bid thus far from Smith Kemper. Big curveball hit to short. The runner will advance to third, but Herman is thrown out at first. Leaper to Kimenow, 6-3.
These are two gutsy pitches by Smith Kemper. 2-1 count, he throws a curveball. 3-1 count, comes back with a curveball. Both very effective. Gets Tom Herman out on his front foot. Nice play by Hunter Leaper for the second out.
And now Alex Rojas, the pitcher. We saw Smith Kemper help his own cause in the last inning with an RBI double. In the top of the fourth, now Rojas with a runner standing at third can tie the game with a base hit, and that is grounded through the hole between short and third, and it is indeed an RBI single for Alex Rojas that ties the game for Valle Catholic, an unearned run for the Warriors as Roth comes around to score after going to second on an error from the third baseman Mitch Williams, but the first hit of the game given up by Smith Kemper drives in Roth.
We're seeing two pitchers help their cause. Both runs scored by way of the pitchers helping themselves with RBI. That's a nice job right there by Rojas, taking that inside fastball between the shortstop and third baseman gap.
And now Tyler Litterist, who grounded out to second. That pitch briefly got away from Conrad Kemper. How about the brother battery, the senior Conrad in at catcher. His younger brother throwing quite well here through four. Again, an unearned run given up by Smith Kemper, and the one hit finally was just in the right spot, but it was the same swing and same ball we've seen the entire game thus far. This one just found his seeing eye between short and third, and here's one that goes up the middle, and a tough play is made by Helsel, and he flips to Leaper covering second. Great defensive play backing up Smith Kemper, and that retires the side in the fourth. We are tied at 1 in the Class 2 state championship game. Quick-moving Class 2 state championship game here in Springfield. It's been a pitcher's duel thus far. Each team scratched out a run in the fourth, but both pitchers have been pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, yes, definitely they have. When you watch these pitchers, they've worked very effectively, mixing up their pitches well. You saw Rollhouse right there start off Leaper, a very dangerous batter with a curveball. Not afraid to go into their arsenal at any time.
Now Leeper rips one into left field, and that one gets by Lauer. But Leeper will hold it first. Lauer quickly recovering. Leeper led the Bulldogs in hitting this season with a .500 average. And he gets his second hit of the day, led off the third inning with a single.
Dax Helzel in this same situation attempted a couple of bunts earlier in this ball game just to try to move the runner.
Ended up grounding into a fielder's choice. This is a nice bunt. Rollhouse is able to get to it and flip to Herman for the out. But Leeper advances to second on the sacrifice bunt.
Excellent job of getting his job done. Dax Helzel, second baseman, handles the bat very well. Only a freshman does his job with the sacrifice bunt.
Now we see Corey Hanger, who reached on a fielder's choice in the third, flew out to left field to end the first, ended up stealing a base in the third, and now he slaps one into left field. And Leeper, who initially started to lean back towards second base, thought that one might be caught, is only able to advance to third. I think if he had been running on contact, might have been able to score, but ends up holding at third. And Hanger makes it first and third with one away. Here in the fifth inning, another scoring chance for the South Callaway Bulldogs.
Corey Hanger continuing with a hot week. 2 for 4 yesterday in the semifinals. Gets his first hit of the ball game there. Line drive.
And now Hanger is going to have his second stolen base of the day.
And on that line drive, Nick, you have to look at it where the shortstop, part of the reason the shortstop was not able to make that play is because Hunter Leeper had a very aggressive lead at second, forcing the shortstop to play him a little bit close to his left, and opened up the gap just enough for that line drive to get through. Leeper did an excellent job reading the line drive. You have to watch it go through so you're not doubled off of second base, and he's there safely at third.
Hey, that's true. If the bases are empty there, then that's probably a routine line out to Grimminger. Now Conrad Kemper, who's 0 for 1, has a walk to lead off the second inning, and then popped out in the third inning to end that inning. He's now got an RBI chance, and now he will go to first.
Intentional walk. Intentional walk to Conrad. Very smart move here in this situation. Second and third, dangerous batter, and Conrad Kemper at the plate. You'd rather want to face this situation where the corners will come in for a play at home and try to double up. Bradley Smart, who got a single his last time up and scored a run when Smith Kemper drove him in. And Rollhouse will sure want to try and get the double play here if he can, because otherwise Smith Kemper on deck. Already has an RBI in the fourth inning. Bases loaded. That is a strike. Crowd doesn't like it for South Callaway. This is where we get to see Alex Rollhouse compete from that pitcher's position.
Second time today he's had the bases loaded with one out. Now Balzer knocks it down, but only able to hold it to just one run. Not able to even make a throw over to first. So Smart an RBI single. And the bases are loaded again for Smith Kemper, who drove one to the warning track in the gap his last time up.
It's a well-hit ball right down and in on the fastball. And the corners are playing in, so doesn't have enough time to really react. Bosler at third base can't make the play. That ball was hit just pretty much on top of third base, where if he was maybe a step back, he would have been able to catch it, step on third, and then make a play at first play to get the double play, but was not able to handle it.
Now the base is loaded for Kemper, who's behind 0-2. Good off-speed pitch from Rollhouse. Got him to wave and miss.
Rollhouse is calling for Lincoln Stoll to come out, with Kemper at second base trying to mix up your pitches and mix up your signals. Don't want to tip off your pitches, and oftentimes you see guys on the base pass specifically at second base that will tell the batters what the pitcher is throwing, fastball or curveball. Now you'll see, as you can see from that angle, Stoll mixing up 3 or 4 signs.
Kemper fouls that one straight back. Didn't miss that pitch by much. Still no balls and 2 strikes to the pitcher, Smith Kemper. 2 for 2 today. RBI double his last time up. A chance for more RBIs here, but he rolls it right to the third baseman, who caught it in the air for 1 out and then doubles off the runner at third, Corey Hanger. So Bosler makes up for not making the play the last time, gets the double play unassisted to retire the side for South Callaway. Double play ends the South Callaway 5th. A very close play, Dana Hughes at third base.
Yes, it was. You can see Bosler playing a little bit deeper, even with the base line drive right on top of him. He sells that he caught the ball as a line drive and doubled it off, but you can see a little bit of dirt under that glove, and the fashion that he caught it can open up some questions, but nevertheless, they were able to get out of that jam with just giving up 1 run.
Tell you what, though, Cody Mothersbaugh over there at third base, the umpire, couldn't tell that he was wrong there, and we looked at it several times in slow motion replay. I think he might have got that one right.
Yes.
A close play, and a heck of a play by Bosler over there at third base to end the threat from South Callaway. A double play with the bases loaded. And now here to lead off the Valley Catholic 5th inning is Evan Lauer. Rolls 1 foul. Ball and a strike now to the left fielder Lauer, who rolled out to third to end the 2nd inning, his only other time up. Just 1 hit so far for Valley Catholic. It was an RBI single for the pitcher Alex Rojas. Smith Kemper continues to roll along in impressive fashion, and his offense has given him a 2-1 lead. South Callaway probably wishes they got more out of that opportunity in the 5th, though. Here's Lauer taking outside. 3 balls and a strike now against the left fielder, a sophomore, hit .315 this year. Right-hander fouls this one down the first base side.
Look at the effects of that last half inning where only 1 run was scored by South Callaway. You give a lot of credit to Valley Catholic. Intentional walk of Conrad Kemper with less than 2 outs, putting a lot of pressure on their defense.
And now the first walk of the game given up by Smith Kemper. It puts Lauer on to lead off the 5th.
Number 9, Lincoln Stoll.
And Dana, I don't know, you've been watching baseball a long time, playing baseball a long time. How many times does a leadoff walk lead to a big offensive inning for a team?
It usually does, especially in high school baseball, and you can chalk a little bit of that up maybe to frustration and the line out by Smith Kemper, as he's the one that lined out into the double play in that last half inning. But in this situation, Lincoln Stoll up at the plate. The Bulldogs are not going to be surprised by him trying to move the runner over into scoring position.
Valley Catholic down 2-1. South Callaway's gotten a single run in each of the last 2 innings. Now Stoll, who showed bunt, lines back to the pitcher, and a double play. Smith Kemper has helped himself offensively, now helps himself with the glove. Great play as Stoll bounced one right back to him, decisively turns to second and starts the double play.
That's a nice job by Smith Kemper, first attacking the zone, not trying to pitch around and get too crafty in that situation. Throws a pitch, plays defense, strike to second, and on to first for the double play.
And now Ronald Wood on the first pitch, rolls it to the second baseman Helsel, who throws to Kimenow for the out. So Kemper works around the leadoff walk to Lauer. 3 up, 3 down, and South Callaway holds on to a 2-1 lead.
Rawlings is the mark of a pro and is your source for baseball equipment and uniforms. Rawlings, the official baseball of MSHSAA Championships.
South Callaway works around a leadoff walk. A double play grounded into by Lincoln Stoll. You think Valley Catholic might have been better served to move the runner over with the sacrifice bunt from Stoll, who instead grounds into a double play.
Well, I'm a strong proponent of, in any situation, especially late in the game, when you can move a guy into scoring position with less than 2 outs, you give your team at least 2 more batters to drive a guy in from second base. Anything can happen with those 2 batters. A wild pitch can move him to third. You can then squeeze and give up another out for a run. In this tightly played game, in the bottom, at that point in the bottom of the 5th inning, I think you would be well served to go the conventional route and bunt that man over.
Now Jason Kimenow, the first baseman, has looked at 2 sweeping curveballs from Rollhouse that have been called strikes, and he's now behind 1 and 2. Fouled that one off the catcher's head. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes as Kimenow leads off the South Callaway 6th. Smith Kemper has faced just 2 over the minimum in allowing 1 unearned run through 5 innings. Rollhouse has been pretty good too. But a run in each of the last 2 innings for South Callaway has staked them to a 2-1 lead, and now the bottom of the order up for the Bulldogs as Kimenow, hitting in the 7 hole, leads off.
Rollhouse has really kind of settled into his own as this game has moved on. Started off a little bit shaky in the beginning of the game.
And now Kimenow waits on a pitch and lifts one into left field. South Callaway crowd was excited about that one initially, but an easy play for Lauer out in left field retires Kimenow, and Mitchell Williams will come to the plate. He's been the victim of 2 Alex Rollhouse strikeouts.
Kimenow really did a nice job. He watched those 2 curveballs early on and got a nice swing on the third curveball. Takes a lot of guts to go back to the well 3 straight times, or 4 times with that curveball.
And now Williams lifts one into shallow center. 3 players converge, and that's a sliding catch made by Leeper or Grimminger. No. Ball hit the ground, but a great effort by the shortstop Grimminger.
You can see just past the outstretched arm. It looked like as he rolled over, he may have hurt himself, but I think it's more frustration at a ball that he feels that he could have caught. Very tough play to be made. Ball holds up in the air just enough to get over the infield and out in front of the outfield.
Now Ben Seitz, the center fielder, 0 for 2 today. Popped out to catcher his last time up. Now slaps one at second base, and everybody's safe. Grimminger could not make the catch. Litterist had a bit of trouble getting the ball out of his glove for the second time today. And then Grimminger, maybe a little interference there from the runner. Not technically interference, but just a little bit of the runner being in his visual there.
Yeah, exactly. You can see Grimminger wants to come across the base to avoid the slide into second base by Mitchell Williams, but another play by Litterist at second base where he catches the ball on the bad hop, or on the toughest hop, I should say, tries to backhand the throw to second, is not able to get a good enough grip on it.
That's the 3rd error of the game on Valle Catholic. I believe they will charge that one to Grimminger at short. E6 puts Ben Seitz on, and so a pop fly just behind second base that somehow finds a hole from the 8-hitter, and then an error allows the 9-hitter to reach, and you've got the top of the order Hunter Leeper on with just 1 out.
Now we have another similar situation where Rollhouse trying to get the communication down with Stoll. Man on second base, you want to make sure that you are not tipping your pitches. And Tom Herman at first base quickly recognized maybe some communication between Mitchell Williams and Hunter Leeper in that fashion. The game within the game, Nick.
Leeper. Ball gets away from the catcher Stoll, and the runners advance. Good timing there from South Callaway to be running. At the one time, Stoll had a little trouble picking it up. Well, they kind of, the runner on second was going, Mitchell Williams, and then Seitz decided to follow along.
Well, that's exactly how you want to run the bases. You watch the flight of the ball. Mitchell Williams at second base. First gets there, gets inside the head of Alex Rollhouse and Lincoln Stoll with possibly tipping the pitches. Then is able to swipe third base on the errant throw where Stoll could not locate the ball. Did a nice job of blocking it, putting it out in front of him, but just could not scramble up and make a throw to third base. They choose to walk Hunter Leeper to create bases loaded in this situation in similar fashion as to what we saw South Callaway do to try to keep the double play alive.
And a long conference between Judd Nager and his infield out at the pitcher's mound. Nager has seen South Callaway load the bases with 1 out 3 times in this game, and one of these times you would think they're going to break out with a big inning. Dax Helsel lifts this one into the outfield. That's going to fall for a base hit. Now gets behind the center fielder, Robb. 2 runs are in, and the runner is out at second base. Helsel thrown out at second, but 2 runs score, and Leeper is safe at third.
Dax Helsel a little frustrated with himself at going to second, but nothing to be frustrated at all in that opportunity. Took advantage of the intentional walk to Hunter Leeper, and makes the Warriors pay with 2 RBI single to open up this lead for the Bulldogs.
At least 1 run in each of the last 3 innings now for South Callaway. Chopper is foul from Corey Hanger. Hanger has reached twice. He's 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. He's also flown out to left field here in the game. He's got Hunter Leeper at 3rd base. Now Weekly chops one back to Rollhouse. Easy play for the pitcher, had plenty of time. And Rollhouse throws out Corey Hanger for the 3rd and final out. But damage done for South Callaway as they score 2 here in the 6th inning to take a 4-1 lead.
Your cooperation is expected and appreciated at all times throughout the tournament. Leading off for Valle Catholic, number 12, Valle.
Back in Springfield, Missouri, where South Callaway, you see Dax Helsel, he had an RBI single, drove in 2, and now Kemper back to work, has one hit right back to him by Bryant Vessel, the bottom of the order, leading off the 6th inning, and Valle Catholic needing 3 runs with just 5 outs remaining in this game here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
You can't say enough about that young man at 2nd base, Dax Helsel, just a freshman, thrust into a situation with the intentional walk to Hunter Leeper, comes through with the drive on the 1st pitch for the 2 RBI to open up this game just a bit.
And now Alec Grimminger at the plate, 0 for 2 today, and a couple of plays could have been made defensively by Grimminger. One was almost a great play by him, not really his fault, but then an error really partially led to those 2 runs scoring for South Callaway. Can he put that out of his mind and get a 1-out hit here in the 6th inning?
He's one of the senior leaders of this team. He's been excellent defensively. Very good, strong arm by him at shortstop. Offensively, really hasn't been able to do a whole bunch in these 2 games in getting to the state tournament, but leading up to it, he was very effective with the .412 batting average and only struck out 8 times on the year. So he's put the ball in play, just cannot find a way to get on base.
Now Grimminger lifts one on the infield, and an easy play for Leeper. We have really had just 1 ball, Dana, leave the infield here today against Smith Kemper.
We talked to the coach before the game, and he talked about Smith Kemper. He said he's going to be very effective. He's going to challenge the batters. He's got a nice curveball, which we've seen thrown multiple times in this game. Complements his fastball very well and the mixing up of pitches. And I don't have a radar gun, but you can look at his fastball that might be around 80 miles an hour, maybe a little bit lower, but that slow curveball is at least 10 miles an hour difference, and it's very tough to be a batter against that kind of differential.
He's allowed just one hit, and here's a well-hit ball out into center field that will drop in front of Seitz. And a two-out single for Justin Roth, who is now 1 for 2 on the day.
See Ben Seitz and Justin Roth out in center field play a little bit deeper because of the wind factor earlier in this game. And just in this last inning, we've seen 2 balls drop out there that would normally have been caught, especially yesterday with the wind blowing opposite. It was a little bit stronger. And those guys now backing up even more with the big hitting Tom Herman at the plate.
Herman leads the team in home runs, but this is a squad that got just 4 homers in the regular season. Herman had 2 of them. And he's up with a chance to get within a run for Valle Catholic if he could hit another one right here. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Smith Kemper has given up just 2 hits for South Callaway. Faces the big lefty, the first baseman Tom Herman, and he's behind in the count 2-0.
We haven't seen very many home runs hit in this park between Class 1 and Class 2. It's a big park down the lines, not so much in center field. Shane Curry, the power-hitting center fielder for Santa Fe, drove one over the fence in the Class 1 championship just before this game.
Good curveball from Kemper, finds the strike zone. It's 2-1 now with 2 away. And that ball gets away from Conrad Kemper, and going over to second base will be Roth. So 3 balls and a strike now to Tom Herman. With that base empty, you would think that Kemper will be very careful here. Throws a strike on the outside corner.
It looked like Tom Herman was expecting that curveball again, and here's the home run in Class 1. A great swing by Shane Curry, just a junior for Santa Fe in their championship bid for Class 1.
Now this pitch misses outside, and Herman does indeed trot down to first base. Perhaps a 2-out rally here for Valle Catholic, as Alex Rollhouse, the pitcher, has the only RBI of the day for the Warriors. Will come out to hit. Jared Wood, though, first will come out to talk with his pitcher. His Kemper battery. Smith Kemper, the sophomore pitcher. Conrad Kemper, the older brother, a senior catcher. And Conrad, we were told, could be the guy to come in and relieve if Smith Kemper gets in too much trouble here.
Yeah, and you also have Hunter Leeper, who pitched a complete game yesterday and told the coach that I'm ready if you need me. He's a senior. He wants to go out on top, very competitive. So anything can happen in this situation.
Basically all their pitchers available. Jared Wood told us before the game.
Jared Wood also in that trip to the mound, I'm sure, was just mentioning to Smith just to settle down, nothing really hurt in this situation. Let everyone know exactly where to throw the ball on a grounder.
Good piece of hitting here, gets by the second baseman Helsel. And the runners will all hold. We've got the bases loaded with 2 out. No sense sending the runner with 2 outs, and you need 3 runs.
Yeah, I think there's something to say about that in that situation. You'd like to believe with the ball hit up the middle that it would have been a good enough jump by the second baseman to make it around third. And now, we have a consultation between the umpires because the catcher's mask was in fair territory and the ball that was played towards home actually hit his mask in fair territory. So there's a consultation as to the ruling on that situation.
Could be an unfair advantage for the catcher. If that ball had really been humming along, that might have helped it stay in front of it.
Yeah, and you can see it takes that second bounce and hits the mask in fair territory. But I believe because there was no play at home, because the runner at third base decided to stay at third and was pretty much on third base when that happened, there's no infraction.
Runner clearly would not have gotten home in time even if that ball had gotten by the catcher, Conrad Kemper. And so now, Tyler Litterist, who pitched so well yesterday, is going to get an RBI single. And just one run will score. They hold the runner again at third base. So a two-out rally produces a run here for Valle Catholic as Justin Roth comes in to score. An RBI single for Tyler Litterist, who was 0 for 2 on the day.
This takes a lot of guts by your coaching, takes a lot of trust by your players to go station to station with 2 outs late in the ball game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Very smart. I don't disagree with it, but more times than not, you'll see kids that...
And that ball hit Evan Lauer, and that will walk in a run. Second run of the inning, and Jared Wood out to talk with the umpire, asking what happened there. So 2 runs are in for Valle Catholic here in the bottom of the 6th. They looked dead in the water, Dane, and Smith Kemper was rolling along, and a 2-out rally here.
You can see Jared Wood very frustrated with that call because in that situation, you have Evan Lauer who starts his swing and gets hit by the pitch. It doesn't matter that he doesn't move out of the way. A misconception about being hit by a pitch. He owns the batter's box. The pitcher chooses to come up in his zone, and he gets the free pass because of it.
Strike on the outside corner to Lincoln Stoll. Still 2 away. That's 2 walks and 3 singles for Valle Catholic with 2 outs. That pitch missed downstairs. And it's 1-1 to Lincoln Stoll, who's 0 for 2, hit into a 1-6-3 double play. His last time up that killed the rally in the 5th inning. That pitch finds the outside corner. Big spot here for the sophomore, Smith Kemper, who's got to maintain his composure. And despite things going a little bit sideways here in the 6th, needs to find a way to get Lincoln Stoll out. He's ahead 1-2. And a called ball just downstairs.
Good plate discipline by Stoll. A nice location for that 1-2 pitch by Smith Kemper.
Lincoln Stoll 0 for 4 here on state weekend. Lines out to Kimenow. Great play by the first baseman. A diving catch. Retires the side here in the 6th, but we've got a 1-run ball game as we go to the top of the 7th. The state championship on the line here in Class 2. Back with the final inning here in Springfield after this. Bit of controversy aids the cause in the bottom of the 6th for Valle Catholic. Evan Lauer hit by a pitch to drive in a run.
You can see doesn't go through with his full swing. And from this angle, it looks like the ball hits the butt of the bat and doesn't really hit him.
Well, that's tough to tell.
That's very tough to tell from any umpire.
And then Justin Kimenow might have saved 3 runs here.
Oh, an excellent play by the right-handed first baseman. You can see the emotion displayed by the first base coach. What a great ball game, and you see the fight in the Warriors as they try to turn things around in that 6th inning.
Beg your pardon, it's Jason Kimenow. I want to make sure I get the young man's name right. He made such a great play, left the bases loaded for Valle Catholic, and gets out of a jam. A 2-out rally for Valle Catholic to get back into this game.
Emotion displayed all across. We saw the first base coach and Lincoln Stahl frustrated as he knew that that would be a base clearing triple to go ahead as the home team. A clutch play by Kimenow at first base.
We talked about the right fielder Smart, shaded clear out into right center. He would have had a long run to chase that ball down if it gotten by Kimenow. Now the ball lifted in the air by South Callaway to lead off the 7th inning here. Kemper is out, and the first out of the inning here in the 7th.
They're trying, there's a lot of pleas from the stands that the ball was dropped, but the umpires deemed that he dropped it on the transfer as he was trying to relay it in to the infield and not on the catch.
Now here's Bradley Smart taking a pitch just low and away.
Right from the catch there, you can...
Close play.
Very close play right there. Looks like he was trying to transfer it to relay it around the infield for the first out with no men on base, but I could see the argument from the Bulldog fans.
Smart waves and misses at the 1-1 pitch. Ball and 2 strikes now against the right fielder, who is 2 for 3, drove in a run and scored a run. Got the RBI single to drive in Leaper in the 5th inning. And now chopped to third. Bosler makes the play over to Herman. 2 away here in the 7th inning. After we had a scoreless ball game through 3 innings, each team has managed to manufacture some runs. Here in the latter part of this game, South Callaway has scored in each of the last 3 innings. They scored 2 in the 6th to take a 4-1 lead, which seemed just nigh insurmountable with Smith Kemper pitching as well as he has. Now Smith Kemper in the batter's box, waves and misses, strike 2. Rollhouse suddenly back in a groove, pitching for South Callaway. 0-2 pitch, high and away. Ball 1. Valle Catholic with a huge 2-run rally. The rally did not start until there were 2 outs. To get within a run, they've got a chance as we near the 7th, bottom of the 7th. 2 away here in the top of the inning. The 2-2 pitch. Lifted into the air behind first base. Tough play going back as Herman. That drifts into foul territory. Could have been an out, but Herman twisting around, got turned around, couldn't make the play.
First, that's a very tough play for Herman at first base. More of a play for the second baseman as he has the better angle, and you can see twists and turns by the first baseman. The wind helps that. And lo and behold, a drive between shortstop and third for a single after what should have been the 3rd out.
They were maybe fortunate on that last play that the ball drifted into foul territory instead of dropping for a base hit. But then Kemper comes back and gets the single. He's now 3 for 4 on the day.
Talk about helping your cause as a pitcher. It's nothing more gratifying than to be able to say you've pitched a good, solid game from the mound, but you did everything possible from the batter's box to help yourself as well.
Now Kimenow, who might have saved the season for South Callaway, they go on to win this state championship. Fouls it back, falls behind in the count. At a ball and 2 strikes. Kimenow laying out at first base with the bases loaded. Snagging a drive from Lincoln Stoll, the catcher, out of the air to save 3 runs. Strike 3 called. That ends the top of the 7th. Valle Catholic looking for a run to extend this game as we go to the bottom of the 7th with the Warriors trailing by a run. South Callaway will go with their senior leader, Hunter Leeper, to try and close out this game, as Leeper, who scattered 4 hits and 2 runs in a complete game yesterday in the semifinals, will come on in a safe situation here in the 7th.
What better way to end your high school career? 2.54 ERA, 3-3 on the year, 40 strikeouts on the season. We saw him demonstrate and throw just a gem of a game in the semifinal yesterday. And he went up to the coach, Jared Wood, and said, hey, if you need me, I'm ready. I'm a senior. I want to go out with a bang. And here he is.
And Smith Kemper, what a job he did today in pitching 6 innings for the Bulldogs, scattering 4 hits.
Did a nice job keeping the ball down in the zone, and how you can tell a pitcher has got his stuff down in the zone, forcing ground balls, getting good defense behind him, leaves the game with a 4-3 lead for the state championship.
Just 2 earned runs allowed by Smith Kemper. And now Hunter Leeper, with the game on his shoulders, starts with strike 1 against the number 8 hitter, Ronald Wood. Wood now drives one into left field. And back goes Williams, or Hanger, beg your pardon, to make the play in left field. Wood got a pretty good swing on that ball.
Yes, it was a very good swing by Ronald Wood, the right fielder for Valle Catholic, but a nice job by Corey Hanger. Drop step to his left side, tracks the ball for the first out.
Bit of a loud out to lead off the 7th inning, but now South Callaway 2 outs from their first state championship in school history. And now Brian Vessel, the designated hitter. Leeper starts off him with a strike called on the outside corner. Vessel waves and misses at strike 2. He's 0 for 2 today. Couple of ground outs, including back to the pitcher his last time up to lead off the 6th inning. High and away, ball 1.
Leeper coming back, not even 24 hours after throwing 93 pitches in the semifinals. Oh, to be young again. Have that kind of rubber arm.
This ball gets away from Conrad Kemper, but nobody on base, so it is simply ball 2.
You watch this young man, just a great athlete. Offensively, his numbers speak for themselves, but you watch his demeanor. on the mound. He has great command of all three pitches. Good balance, athleticism.
2-2 pitch misses away. And Brian Vessel, good plate discipline after falling behind 0-2, has run the count full. One away here in the bottom of the 7th with Valle Catholic needing to get a run to extend this game. Strike 3 called on the inside corner.
Great pitch to come back outside, then comes back in on a 3-2 count with a hard fastball on the inside part of the plate for the strikeout, looking 1 out away from a state championship.
Conrad Kemper framed it well and sold it. Vessel thought it was a walk. Instead, strike 3 called. And now the leadoff hitter, Alec Grimminger. 0 for 3 today. 0 for 5 here over state championship weekend. Did have a walk yesterday. Now behind 0-1 to Hunter Leeper. That ball just misses inside. Ball and a strike now to Grimminger. Valle Catholic within a run, so Grimminger, if he can get on, would be the game-tying run. Fouls it back, a ball and 2 strikes. South Callaway in their first ever appearance in the Final Four. They played just 4 times as far as sectionals in their entire school's history. This is the first time they advanced past district play since 1994. Grimminger calls time. Valle Catholic has never finished second. They don't want to start here today either. A first and a third place finish in their school's history, won at 09. Grimminger. That pitch misses outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Leeper tries to go with the sweeping curveball for the strikeout and deuces across the board.
412 hitter in the regular season is Alec Grimminger. Love to come up with his first hit in the state championship weekend here, but that ball is behind him. And for the second straight batter, we've got a full count.
We saw this last night from Hunter Leeper. Has the opportunity to close the game out, tries to rear back, get a little bit of extra oomph into that fastball, and it goes awry.
The 3-2 pitch. South Callaway 1 strike away, but Leeper put that ball over the plate and Grimminger pulls it foul. Count remains 3-2. Up next, we'll have the third place game for you. Clever and Summit Christian. But for all the marbles in Class 2, Leeper delivers, and this ball is hit down the left field line. That's in foul territory. No play for Hanger out there in left field, and we'll do the 3-2 pitch again, but that's back-to-back pretty good swings from Grimminger down the line.
Well, this is a situation, if you're Grimminger, you're looking fastball and only fastball, daring Leeper to throw that sweeping curveball.
For the third time, the 3-2 pitch. Missed inside, and a 2-out walk for Valle Catholic. Their 6th inning rally was entirely with 2 outs. Can they do it again?
Well, Grimminger earned that walk right there with the swings on those 2 fastballs, and you can see that curveball breaks in just off the plate. And I talked about it just a few seconds ago. You get those hard swings against that fastball, you get your pitcher out of his comfort zone, forces him to throw the breaking ball, and it's just missed on the inside part of the plate.
Game of inches, strike 3 just on the plate inside against Vessel. Just off the plate inside against Grimminger, earns a walk. And now here's Justin Roth lifting the first pitch into the air. A chance for the center fielder, sights. He makes the play. And South Callaway, the Bulldogs, capture their first ever state championship here in Class 2. 4-3 over Valle Catholic.
What a great game for the South Callaway Bulldogs. Pitching, defense, hitting, timely runs, great base running, brings him all this way for the Class 2 state championship.
Roth was on the first pitch, and he got good wood on it, but right at the center fielder's sights, who records the out in the 7th inning. South Callaway, a 4-3 win in the Class 2 state championship. Back to wrap it up after this.
Let's give a big round of applause for the Valle Catholic Warriors. Now for the individual medals. Head coach Judd Nagger. Assistant coaches Junie Bosler, Nathan Gay, Helen Bosler.
South Callaway, their first state championship in school history, the first time they won their district since 1994, and they go all the way to the state championship. 9 straight wins for South Callaway as they improved to 21-5 with a 4-3 narrow victory over Valle Catholic here today.
What a great game to watch, first and foremost, and watch these young men go out on this field, leave it all out on the field in professional fashion, I guess you can say, to watch them fight and battle adversity, be able to come back and produce exactly how they were able to over these last 2 nights. Been such a joy to watch the Bulldogs play. Hunter Leeper, the obvious leader of this team on the mound and in the batter's box, has done an excellent job, but he had a lot of help from guys, and Smith Kemper, the starting pitcher, he was on today.
The sophomore, 6 innings pitched, gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned, and then Hunter Leeper comes in to get the save after getting the win yesterday. So Leeper, a great job. Instrumental as a pitcher in both wins, and his offense was big as well. For South Callaway, their first ever state championship, they win the MSHSAA Class 2 state title in baseball here this afternoon at Meador Park in Springfield, Missouri. For our entire Metro Sports crew, my partner Dana Hughes, Nick McCabe, saying so long from Springfield, Missouri. South Callaway 4, Valle Catholic 3, as the Bulldogs win their first ever state championship. Good afternoon from Springfield.